Okay, so we're back to Skyrim, playthrough number 2, and we're going to try to make these videos short and sweet. We're trying to make the videos about 30 minutes long, and today what we're going to do is we're going to pick up
Down with
Faendale as our
Ulfric,
companion.
the killer
In
of
my opinion, he's
kings.
one of the
On
most
the
important
day of
companions to
your
have
death,
early
we
game.
will drink and
And
we'll
there's a
sing.
trick to doing it easy, quick, talk to just two
Children of
people and it's done.
Skyrim, and we fight all
You
our
can
lives.
talk to him and then
Sovngarde
Sven
beckons,
and then the girl,
queen of
or
our
talk to him,
skies.
Sven, back to him, then the girl, or you can just talk to Sven
But
and the
this
girl, or
land is
Sven, him, and the
ours,
girl.
and we'll
It's a
see
little
it
bit of a
wipe
tongue twister
clean
there, but
of the
it's
scourge
just
that
as
has
easy.
sullied
Talk to
our
Sven, go
hopes
talk
and
to her,
our
and
dreams.
be done with it. But we want to have Faendale as our companion.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius. Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
You may be right. Camilla may see Faendal as little more than a friend, but why take chances? Here, give Camilla this letter. It's full of venomous nonsense. Tell her it's from Faendal.
Okay.
Until
So
next
now
time.
we just go and talk to her and give it to her, but tell her that it's from Sven. Don't lie and say it's from Faendale. This way she'll dislike Sven, she'll like Faendale. We'll get to pick up Faendale as a companion. And it's very important for him to be your companion because he is a great archer trainer, and one of the best in the game. And it's very nice to have him early game because of a little trick you can do to get your archer going up, as well as uh, getting it to go up quick and easy.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
So here's Camilla.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
You want to tell her the truth. Sven
What are you
wanted to
talking
trick you into
about?
believing this letter was from
What's in the
Faendale.
letter? Oh my. He wanted me to think Faendal wrote this? Thank you for telling me the truth. Could you talk to Faendal as well? I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him. All right then.
At the end of that conversation, you're going to go back to Faendale no matter what. So we might as well do it once instead of doing it multiple times.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Okay, so
Need
we're going to talk
something?
to Lucian here because this can help us get some
Yeah,
good
we did have a
perks
bit of
with him later.
break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no, By the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Okay, so
Show trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
now I want to go down here and sell that extra bow that I had from earlier. And some of the apparel that we had that we don't need, that we can easily get rid of. I'm going to keep the rings because they'll come in great later on when we want to do some enchanting. I want to come up here and I want to buy all of his lockpicks because I'll need them as the game goes on. Normally I would buy all the soul gems that are empty because we'll need them, but we don't have that ability right now, so there's no point to wasting the coin. And of course, you know, he's got spell books we can always buy. Right now I think we're pretty good. We'll definitely get some later on though. And I want to check out his healing. I think I'm gonna hold off, but a lot of times I do go ahead and pick up. Now this is one of the new things, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up, the fishing rod. That's a new mechanic of the new system, so we'll check all that out here soon. And of course, some of the new gear already in the shop. Awesome. And new backpacks, which are great. They have different looks to them. You'll notice like this one increases your stamina by 20 points as well as your carrying capacity by 75 points. This one only does the carrying capacity by 75 points, so you have to kind of watch for that. And then you also have this, which I believe is just for look, where it adds the bedroll on top of it. But they do have some really pretty looks to them. That's pretty cool. And of course, you have different clothes now that we didn't have before, kind of thing. Now, I don't pick up armor too much early game because you're going to get a ton of it as you're going along. So there's no real point. I will try to remember that he has this, and hopefully he still has it later when I have some more gold, because the increased magicka by 20 points would be a good thing to use for our enchanting to break it down. Because the higher stuff you have, the better you are later when you do your enchanting. Ooh, nice. Lockpicking 15% easier. That's nice. I think I'm going to go with the top one just because the stamina points are great and they'll come in very handy later. And it's a good chunk of change, but I think it's worth it. So let's check this out.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls back.
We'll do that in just a minute, ma'am. We're going to come over here first, and I'm curious, do we have to equip it? Yes, we do. Awesome. You can equip rings, too. These rings don't have any enchanting on them, so it's kind of pointless, but you can do that.
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Which we will not go to right away because
Those
we want to
thieves
wait
must be
until
mad hiding out there. Those
we've done
old
the
crypts
White
are
Run
filled with
to
nothing
go
but
there.
traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
So we're going to follow her to Edge Town
Good
just
dog.
because we can. Then we're going to run back real quick and talk to Fandel.
Stupid dog.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one. This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to run ahead and run back, and we want to get to him as quick as possible. You can check out different ways of looking at yourself like this to see what you look like carrying this new backpack, which is pretty cool. So we're going to run over here, which is one reason why I wanted the stamina points versus not having the stamina points. Oh, Fandel, he's not here right now. This is normally where I find Fandel, or in this general area. This is somewhere you can go to get some wood chopping done for arrows if you're going to make your own instead of purchase them. Oh, there he is. He's usually somewhere around here, probably making
Riverwood's agreeable enough.
arrows
There's
himself.
beauty here, unmatched in all of Skyrim, to be sure. I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
Thank you. Now what we want to do is we want him to follow us.
Lead the way.
Now he's a great companion to have because of this trick.
I've got your back.
What you want to do is every time you level up, obviously you want to level up your archery. Now you can only do 5 levels of any given thing. So if you do archery 5 levels, you can't then go do one-handed 5 levels. every time you level up, you can do 5 levels or something. So you want to, can I trade
What do you
some
want me
things
to
with
carry?
you? See if he has anything you want. I always take the key because his house does have a couple things that's pretty cool. And he will continue to make arrows for himself. So we might as well go ahead and take the arrows. And that works for us. Now, I can't remember. Okay, so for damage is 6. Hunting bow damage is 8. So, yeah, so we want to take this from him. And what we'll do is we'll give him this longbow. And then we will make this our favorite longbow. Our hunting bow, sorry. And then we will equip that. And then that'll get us going. I apologize, you hear my dogs in the background. They like to play and argue and go a little crazy sometimes. So now what we want to do is, can you train me with
I'll
better
show you what
archery? We're going to train once. Oh, I don't have enough gold, it says. Oh yeah, no wonder we spent our gold.
Let's get going then.
But we'll get more gold as we go along. So no problem there. But if you have him train you, and then you turn around and sell, not sell, but you go ahead and pick his pocket again, like I just did getting the bow, you can take the gold right back, and I'll show you an example of that a little bit later.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason.
Now, normally I would go ahead and do a few things with him just to get us started on blacksmithing. So let's go ahead and do that.
Whatever you need. My smear, if it's simple and strong, I can forge it.
So we're going to need any help around the forge.
Yes, nice. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
This is kind of a tutorial
Next time.
for you to teach you how to use this blacksmithing and stuff, but it does help you get the blacksmithing leveled up a little bit. So we'll go to the dagger. You can already see we've already, in our own inventory, we have some of the new things we can do. So let's make a dagger.
That's a decent weapon you've made.
Now we're going to take that dagger over to Althor.
You looking for a new blade? Iron or steel? Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up?
I will do
Just
that.
need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
Okay, let's sharpen it up for him. Now while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and increase the abilities of my weapons because I can. Because as you do this, they do get a little stronger.
Take what I could forge you a war. This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Can do that.
Until next time.
Here's the tanning rack. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to create some leather. Now I'm going to go ahead and create leather from what I already had because it's worth it to me.
What? You the sneaky type? Good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time.
Okay, now we're going to make a hide helmet.
You iron or steel? Huh. I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
And this is just a tiny little bit of a tutorial to help you get going, but I like to do it
Alright.
because it does get your blacksmith going. I'm here, like I did before, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my gear. I won't have this gear very long, but by upgrading it, it is worth a little bit more as
Take
well
what
when
you
I
need, my
sell it
friend.
later.
I could forge you a warhammer. You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh?
Okay, so now we're going to go over
Take
here,
a look.
see if there's anything that we can... Because we're not going to really use the dagger because we have a mace, we have a honey bow, so we're going to go ahead and sell that. The hide helmet is not as strong as our torturer's hood, so we're going to go ahead and sell that. We're going to check and see if he has anything we can absolutely use. Right now, no. Later on, definitely. We're buying things, but right now we're just going to keep it short and sweet to get out of here. And so, the last thing I want to do is run over to Faendale's. And it's funny because even though he's with us, you'd think, oh, we can't rob his house. He's with us. Yes, we can. There's not a ton to get over here, but there are some herbs and some little things that are good to have. And everything beginning game is just going to help you, especially if you haven't done the little thing to increase your level, like I showed you before. There's a woodcutter's axe. I don't usually carry one because you can usually find one or buy one pretty easy wherever you want to go to cut down wood to make your arrows out of. And of course, I don't do that too often because I usually just buy them or get them as I'm going along. But we want to check everything out so there's anything we can get. A garnet, gold, ingot. We can't take this or else we'll get in trouble. But it's in red, so that means don't take it without unless you want to steal it. Stealing's fine if you want to do it. This early in the game is a little harder to get away with it because you don't have a whole lot of places to sell it this early in the game. So that can kind of come into a thing that's annoying later. I like to try to check out all the books that I can, unless I know I've seen the book before, just because I think it's kind of neat for the character to have at least picked up the book, or not it does anything. And certain ones will activate quests, they will give you bonuses for other things, so it's prudent to at least give them a look over. And of course he's got some decent stuff in here if you needed it, like if you hadn't found anything later. I'm going to take the shield because it's a free shield, and there are instances where I might want to use the shield. I'm going to go ahead and take this helmet and switch out my helmets because they're pretty close to the same. Mine might be a little bit better, but I like the way that helmet looks, so I definitely want to take that. I'm going to switch out that hunting bow. I mean the bow on Faendale for a hunting bow because it is a little stronger. Okay. And one of the other things to keep in mind is you actually can arm up your people. So you know what, I will go ahead and take the iron mace, give it to Faendale so he has a weapon like that. I'd almost forgotten about that. Huh. It's been a while since I played this game, so okay. So we're gonna go to Faendale, and we're going to trade some
What do you want me to carry?
We're going to leave that longbow on him for now, just because we don't really care about it, and we'll get it back off of him later when we want to sell it. But we'll give him that hunting bow and that iron mace. We're going to equip the iron helmet, and we're going to give him the torturer's hood because it will help him later on. I'm going to take the banded iron shield and put it in my favorites because if I need it later, or if I just want to use it to get my get some things up, I can definitely do that. So So I think we're kind of good. We want to keep an eye on the carrying weight. We'll make sure that doesn't get too high, but that's the great thing about having him. He can carry stuff. Now, if you get into an area where you're kind of like, I don't really want him to go forward and fight, you can always take that stuff off of him, and sometimes he'll stay back and do archery fighting since he is more of an archer. But sometimes he'll still go forward and fight, and so you just kind of have to. Okay, you can pick up your arrows like so. Put your bow back up. Just refreshing my memory when it comes to all the buttons. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna leave wherever we're on there.
You just find that lying around? It must be your...
Yes,
what do you want?
So we didn't steal anything. That's why he was checking on it. If we stole something, then he might have given us some flack for it. There's not really much else to do in Riverrun. There's a couple little tiny things you could just go talk to people about, or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and head on over to Whiterun to get there, so we can finish up the video. Now that I'm out in the wild, I want to have my bow at the ready at all times. And when you pull your weapon, your companion pulls his. I'd like to get him a shield, and I will do that as soon as I possibly can, because having a shield is very, very beneficial for your companion. Ooh, look. Did I get it? Oh, I got him, but will I be able to get to him before he runs away? We'll see. They're quick little burgers. Oh, nice. See, Fandel helped us there. He knew we were hunting, so he used his bow and took it out for us. Nice. That's the good thing about having him for a companion. He's a great shot. So, but we want to get that. I'm not really worried about this. We're not doing survival. Otherwise, I would definitely be picking that up and taking it to eat. It's not worth a whole lot to sell. You're almost always over encumbered in this game, so you don't have to worry about that. Ow! You shot me, Fandel. You shot me. That's okay. I can pick up his arrow. And that's actually... Oh, it's not going to let me do it. That's weird. See if I can move it. Oh, it's not going to let me. That's weird. Okay, so... go back across the water here. We'll just go over the water. Heck with that. Ooh. No big deal. That's fun. Because this is going to lead me to trying something I've never got to do. We're going to check out this new system. We're going to favorite this, and we're going to equip it. Oh, don't want to torch it. Okay, so I have absolutely no idea how to use this thing yet. I would have figured. Oh, okay. You just go down there and then you catch it. Okay. Oh, Fandel's fighting for us. We don't even have to worry about it. Awesome. Good job, Fandel. Okay, so if we've got the... I can catch fish like that all day. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's okay. We'll figure it out later. This new mechanic, I haven't looked it up. I've been trying to avoid looking up anything online. That way I can kind of figure it out as I go along. I'm sure it won't be that difficult, but I also don't want to spend a bunch of time on it. But we have it, so that's good news. We'll have it, and we'll figure it out a little bit later. We've still got a little bit of a walk ahead of us to get us to our destination, Whiterun. where we will go and talk to the Jarl. I've always thought that was funny the way they pronounce it when I first started playing this game. The Jarl. But hey, it works. Now, it's interesting on this game how random things are, because there's lots of little random things that can happen to you. A lot of times I've been walking around and the Thalmor just show up, or there's even an assassin that would just show up and attack you. And for no reason at all. He's a member of the Brotherhood, and he'll just randomly attack you. And he can do that up to any point up till you join the Brotherhood if you choose to go that route. He may just randomly attack you, and you don't need to do anything to activate that. That's just something that's automatically built in the game. I've had him attack me pretty much as soon as the game has started before, so. I love butterflies, because the butterflies are nice for ingredients for my alchemy. And you know, I want to get all this stuff. Because I gotta get my alchemy up. I want to get my alchemy as strong as possible because it helps with your leveling.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors.
Anything that helps you level up is a good thing. As well as you can make stronger and stronger potions for things like health potions and things like that later. So that's very, very important.
Dragons, I can handle it. This talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
So we just want to wander along and pick all the little herbs and keep our eye out for any kind of hunting we need to do to get us some leather for our blacksmithing. Occasionally check and make sure your companion's with you. Sometimes they do have a tendency just to disappear. So you want to be careful of that. So we have some Imperial guards here. I don't see them having anything. Anybody with them? Oh yeah, they do. He's kind of stuck in there, isn't he? Now we can free this guy.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak
And
wants to
fight
see
them. Or we can choose not to, but now we do have the ability to join the Stormcloaks.
Imperial
Damn
business.
faithless
Be on your
Imperials.
Now see, the thing is if we kill them or do anything to them, we're going to get a bounty on our heads. And I don't really want to deal with the bounties right now, so I'm just going to let them pass. A lot of times I would use my sneak if I had it leveled up by doing that little trick that we can do to shoot them from a distance and then free him, and that way
Well, that's taken care of.
it's not a big
No
deal.
thanks to you.
What'd I do?
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Now that's interesting. I didn't even see her fighting the giant. Wasn't, I guess, paying enough attention. But if you do see her, you can join her fighting the giant. If you don't, I almost never do. She can take it out with ease on her own. So there's no real point to dealing with it, because this early game you're kind of squashed if the giant turns on you. So what's the point of dying just to die?
Blood on the wind today.
But if you do happen to come across her like that, it opens the companion's quest a little bit earlier for you. You're going to get to open it anyway, pretty much after entering Whiterun, because that is where they're based out of. You're gonna get that quest pretty quickly anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal. It's just a little bit of flavor for the game, I guess.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick.
Yes, White Run Stables. You can buy a horse here if you want. I very seldom do. But every once in a while it's fun just for the heck of it to buy a horse and have it and be able to use it for whatever. So this is, like I said, you can get a lot of this stuff. I know it's kind of boring to watch me just picking them, but it's very important to pick them when you can. Ooh, the Kashyyyk. Ooh, we always want to talk to Kashyyyk.
Khajiit welcomes you, and it is all in this note. May your road lead you to...
So let's read his note. That's new. That must be one of the new little missions, because I don't remember seeing that mission before. So
The warm sand of elsewhere is far away from here. The wind blows bitter cold in this place.
she will teach you how to sneak if you so choose.
I hope that you will come
The
to
roads of
business.
Skyrim lead to many dangers.
Okay.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all I have traveled far across... An astute question, for the wise trader finds... The dragons and the war have scared me. The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rock. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more.
Let's see what he
Take a
has
look.
to sell. And we might be able to get rid of a few things while we're at it. I don't think we have anything, but always double check. Oh, yeah, potion of true shot. I don't really need that, and on 32 gold, 32 gold. Potion of minor stamina, I don't really need that either. And I really don't need these right now, early game. Later on I will, but not right now. And you can get quite a bit of stuff just early game just by going and buying it and selling it. I like to keep all of these later because they can help make better and better rings. And then you can sell them for more as things come on. Mostly what I'm checking him for is lockpicks. I'm going to buy his lockpicks even though it's going to almost take all my gold. Because lockpicks are something I'm going to always have a kind of a hard time with in early game. Finding. So let's go ahead and
May the sun keep you
put
warm.
our bow up, because if not, we're going to make the guards a little bit annoyed with us when we get up here. But we're almost to the end of the video. We're going to go up
You
here.
look strong.
Oh, there's
Come to
Farkas.
Norvasker and be a companion.
Another companion. If you've never played Skyrim before, the companions have a pretty interesting secret that you can learn if you join them.
A lot on the wind.
And if you like that sort of thing, it's definitely fun to play.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
You can do a lot of things here. You can attempt to pay him off, intimidate, which doesn't do anything usually. You have news for the persuade, or just Riverwood calls to the Jarl's aid, which is what I'm gonna do because they did send me here.
You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Now I'm going to end it right here today. We're going to go ahead and pick these real quick. But we're going to end it here, and we'll pick up the next video as we enter into our Whiterun and take up his first mission after talking with the Jarl, and we'll do a little bit of investigating in there as we need to. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.